Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something that doesn't get said enough, and that's that the basics work, but influencers can't sell you the basics, right? They can't sell you the basics because at the end of the day, they're always trying to chase something new, to show you something new, right? That no one else has tried before, something that they think that they've invented, okay? And the reality is, doesn't work. Okay. In fact, most of these influencers who are trying to sell you something new, some idea, some revolutionary idea, they don't coach any champions. Okay. They don't even use the methods that build the best in the world. And I don't care what we're talking about. Right. In my case, it's strength sports. I care about powerlifting. Actually, I like strongman. I coach some strongmen as if I just don't discuss it a lot. Other people are coaching bodybuilders, physique competitors, right? The people who coach the best in the world, most of the time, don't even use any of this nonsense. They don't use any of this nonsense. Why? Because they don't have time for it, right? They've already tested stuff in the trenches. They're comparing notes or watching what the best of the best of the best are doing all the time. Okay? Not what people are trying to sell you, not what's being marketed. And that's the funny thing. All these people, they want to sell you this nonsense. Oh, instead of heavy rows and pull-ups, things that will build your back. What are they going to sell you? I've used this one-arm cable pull-down that lines things up at the perfect angle, which actually doesn't work. Like biomechanically, they're just making that up. They're making that up. Talking about lines of pull on the other side of a joint through a tendon. Okay, hopefully people understand that doesn't actually matter. Basic physics, right? That is just basic physics at a certain point. And it's because you're on the other side of a joint from it through a tendon. There's a single point of insertion. In some cases more than one, but that is where you're pulling through. You're pulling through the tendon, not through some other external angle. And the second you realize that, you realize how full of shit these people are. Okay, they're telling lies about basic anatomy and biomechanics and pretending that they've discovered something revolutionary. And then you will look at guys with monstrous backs. You're like, what are they doing? You guys are doing heavy rows with barbells and dumbbells. That guy's strong as hell on pull-ups. Not that I do pull-ups anymore, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Same thing. You look at guys who have monstrous chests and who are just really strong upper bodies. What do you see them doing? Bench variations. Yeah, it might be with dumbbells. Be barbells, be dumbbells. You'll see flat work, incline work, decline work. You'll see all those things. I mean, there you go. Like, if you want to step back and let's talk about what really will just build you a massive, thick chest. How about variations of the flat, incline, and decline press? Like I said, they can be barbells, they can be dumbbells, done with a full range of motion. With progressive overload, right? That builds a thick chest. No, I found some new angle on the cable fly that I believe will put it in this contracted position. That isn't even true. What does the research say on that? Contracted positions, shortened positions contribute very, very little to muscle growth. It's not my opinion. That's what the researchers say. So the things that put you into the deeper stretch, a loaded stretch, is probably going to cause the most muscle growth, not what gets you contracted and squeezing. Well, what does that? Barbells and dumbbells with different presses done for a full range of motion, which incidentally work other muscles like your delts and triceps and other stuff also. Okay? The guys build big legs. Somebody with monstrous legs. Is it because they found a special way to squeeze the leg extension, or are they doing squats, leg presses, single leg exercises? Okay. Look at men and women with big, thick thighs and quads. What do you see? Big squats, big leg presses, or different machines. Machines can be fine there. I like leg machines, even as a strength athlete, as a powerlifting coach. Okay. Single leg exercises, split squats, lunges. Okay. Look at people with just big old thick quads and adductors. That's what you see. Builds big glutes, big hamstrings. All right, everyone's gonna say the glute ham raise. You're right, actually. I love the glute ham raise. Don't get me wrong, I am a huge fan of the glute ham raise. I use it all the time. What's your foundation for that? Heavy hip hinges, deadlifts, good morning, variations of deadlifts and good mornings. Okay, notice I didn't say it has to be, normal conventional deadlift. That's my favorite exercise. Didn't say it has to be. That doesn't have to be that. I think it's a great exercise. I think it would behoove you to get really strong at it. Right? Doesn't have to be that. But even then, glutes, do some deep squats. But we come over. What builds a massive posterior chain? Get real strong at deadlift variations. Could be Romanian deadlifts. I like RDLs. Good mornings. Okay. I can tell you what it's not. It's not the newest angle on the new hip thrust machine that we've developed that you can put bands on for the more peak contraction. Not that that's a terrible idea, mind you. That's actually really not a bad idea, to be honest. Build your good morning up to 315 for sets of 10. Okay. You can set aside the deadlift because not everyone loves a conventional deadlift like I do. You guys will see me doing rep work with 550 in a minute. Why do you got those big old massive hamstrings and glutes, coach? It's a big factor. All right. Get to where you can rep Romanian deadlifts with 405 for your rep work. Come back and tell me you don't have massive glutes and hamstrings. Okay? The basics work, but they're hard. They're not a cheat code. They're not a cheat code, nobody. You can't sell it. Can't sell it. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.